Have you ever felt like no one talks about this? Like there's a whole part of life that just gets swept under the rug the moment we hit a certain age? Let's break that silence right now. Because today, we're diving into a topic that's as natural as breathing, but so rarely explored with honesty, especially in later life. We're talking about aging, desire, and yes, masturbation. This isn't just a video. This is a conversation that's long overdue. If you're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or even 90s, and you've ever wondered, is it still okay to want this? Is it still normal to feel desire? The answer is not just yes. It's a resounding absolutely. But here's the twist. This video isn't about nostalgia. It's not about what used to be. It's about now. Because pleasure doesn't retire. And neither should your connection with your body. So stay with us. Because by the end, we're not just exploring how to navigate sexual health as we age. We're redefining what it means to feel alive in your body again. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single episode on intimacy, wellness, and living fully at every age. Let's begin. Number 1. Your body is changing, but so is your relationship with it. It's no secret that our bodies evolve with age. But what's less talked about is how our relationship with our bodies evolves too. You might look in the mirror and not immediately recognize the person staring back. And that's okay. Testosterone, estrogen, these hormones shape more than just our sex drives. They influence energy, mood, even how we respond to touch. For men, a slow dip in testosterone can mean changes in arousal or difficulties with erections. For women, the drop in estrogen around menopause can lead to dryness, tenderness, or even discomfort. But here's the thing no one tells you. This doesn't mean the end of pleasure. It just means the map has changed. Your body is not broken. It's becoming something new. Something that requires curiosity, patience, and a little creativity to understand. This is your invitation to explore, without pressure, without shame. Number 2, it's not just physical, it's deeply emotional. Sexuality in older age is rarely just about the physical. It's emotional, it's spiritual, and sometimes it's complicated. You might be mourning the loss of a partner. You might be navigating the emotional echoes of a life lived through touch, connection, and shared intimacy. And suddenly, the act of self-pleasure becomes more than just release. It becomes remembrance, reclamation. Masturbation isn't childish. It isn't taboo. It's an act of self-affirmation. And in a world that sometimes forgets older adults even have desires, claiming that part of yourself is radical. It's an act of power. Number 3. The health conversation we need to be having. Here's where we get real. As we get older, certain health conditions may require us to be more mindful of how we experience arousal and release. Cardiovascular conditions, arthritis, chronic pain, these are real factors. But guess what? That doesn't mean you need to stop. It means you get to be intentional. Adjust your environment, try new positions, support your joints, listen to your heartbeat, and honor your body's rhythm. Pleasure doesn't have to be fast or intense to be real. Sometimes, the slow build, the gentle touch, that's where the magic lives. If you're taking medications that impact libido or arousal, talk to your doctor. Seriously, there's no embarrassment in wanting to feel good. Ask questions, bring it up. You're not too old to care. You're wise enough to know that you deserve to. Number 4. Loneliness can lead to discovery. Let's talk about something hard, loneliness. Because for many older adults, life becomes quieter. Children move away, friends pass, partners may no longer be here. And in that quiet, there's space. Sometimes painful space. But here's the thing, within that space, something beautiful can happen. You get to rediscover you. Masturbation can be a path back to yourself. It can relieve stress, help with sleep, reawaken the senses. It can remind you You're not just a grandparent, not just a retiree. You're still human, still capable of joy, still allowed to feel. But here's the secret. The goal isn't just to feel something physically, it's to feel something emotionally, to reconnect with a part of yourself that might have gone dormant, to remember that touch, even your own, can be tender, sacred. Number 5. Shame doesn't belong here. One of the heaviest weights older adults carry when it comes to sexuality is shame. And a lot of that shame, it didn't start with you. Maybe you were taught that pleasure was private, or dirty, or worse, irrelevant after a certain age. But here's your permission slip. None of that was true. Shame is a social artifact. It doesn't belong in your story anymore. This chapter of your life gets to be free. You're allowed to touch yourself with love, to seek out sensation, to rediscover what feels good on your terms. So the next time shame whispers that you're too old or should know better, answer it back. Say, I do know better, and I'm honoring myself because of it. Number 6. Communication isn't just for couples. It starts with you. We often talk about communication in the context of relationships, but let's flip that around. When was the last time you had a conversation with yourself? Understanding your sexual needs in later life means getting honest about what you want, what feels good, and what might need to change. And if you're partnered, it means inviting them into that conversation, not with fear, but with curiosity. Say what you need, say what's changed, say what's new. Maybe intercourse isn't the goal anymore. Maybe it's deep touch, holding, or a slow exploration with no destination in mind. For some, masturbation becomes not just a substitute for partnered sex, but a gateway to better partnered sex. Because when you know your own body, you can guide someone else to it. You can speak your needs instead of hoping they'll read your mind. And when two people communicate openly, especially after years of changing bodies, shifting emotions, and shared life, it becomes a kind of intimacy that's even deeper than before. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's connection. Number 7, technique evolves, and that's a good thing. Let's talk technique, because if you're still using the same approach you learned in your 20s, this is your invitation to try something new. Pleasure isn't static, and neither is your body. Your skin is different. Your muscles respond differently. The sensations that once lit you up might now feel distant or entirely changed. That's not a loss. That's an opportunity. Lubrication becomes more essential than ever, not just for comfort, but to heighten sensation. Explore different types, water-based, silicone, even hybrid blends. Each offers a different experience, and some might surprise you. And what about tools? Yes, we're talking about toys. Vibrators aren't just for the young. Many companies now design products specifically for aging hands, changing bodies, and sensitive areas. There are tools with easy grip handles, one-button controls, even voice-activated features. Technology isn't just about convenience, it's about access. You deserve options that serve you, that excite you. You deserve tools that honor your desire without complication or shame. If arthritis makes holding a device difficult, try hands-free options. If sensation feels muted, explore toys with a wider range of vibration or pulsing. If reaching certain areas is hard, look into ergonomic designs that bend with your body. This isn't indulgence. This is self-care, redefined. Number 8. The sensual ritual, creating an atmosphere for connection. Let's move beyond the physical for a moment, because sexual energy isn't just about mechanics, it's about atmosphere. You're not trying to rush into a release, you're setting the scene for presence. And that might mean soft lighting, your favorite playlist, a blanket that feels good on your skin. This is a sensual ritual, an act of grounding, a moment that says, this time is for me. You're allowed to be intentional, to give yourself pleasure with the same care you'd pour into a warm bath, a good meal, or a favorite memory. Slow things down, let the breath guide you, let your imagination wander. Allow time to stretch, not as something to fill, but as something to savor. Sensuality in later life isn't about novelty, it's about depth. It's not about how much you feel, it's about how deeply you feel it. Number 9, don't wait for pain to seek help. This is the part where many people tune out. So if you're still here, thank you. Because this might be the most important point. If something doesn't feel right, say something. Pain during arousal or orgasm, numbness, loss of sensation, these are not things to just accept. They're not normal in the sense that you have to suffer through them. They're signals. And there are specialists who exist to help with this. Pelvic floor therapists, urologists, gynecologists who understand sexual wellness in later life, sex therapists who specialize in shame, grief, or trauma around aging bodies. You are never too old to care. And you're definitely never too old to be cared for. Let go of the voice that says, I shouldn't bring this up. Let go of the fear of being dismissed. Your experience matters. Your comfort matters. And if you're worried about embarrassment, remember this. No good doctor is ever shocked by desire, but they might be impressed by your honesty. If you're still watching this video, I want to say something directly to you. You are not past your prime. You are not invisible. You are not broken. You are whole. Sexuality doesn't have an expiration date. Desire doesn't belong to the young. It belongs to the living. And you, my friend, are still very much alive. So explore, touch, discover, ask, laugh, cry, reconnect. This isn't a new chapter. It's a new language. And your body, it still speaks it. If you're willing to listen, if you found value in this conversation, if it opened something in you, challenged a belief, or reminded you of your worth, drop a comment below. Just write, I'm still growing, because you are. And if you know someone who needs this message, someone who might be struggling with shame or feeling disconnected from their body, send them this video. You never know how powerful one act of sharing can be. Thank you for being part of this community, for your courage, for your openness. If you haven't already, subscribe and turn on the bell so we can continue exploring topics that matter. Because aging isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning of the one you write for yourself. Take care, and remember, your pleasure, your joy, and your body are always worth honoring.